We're Santa is coming to Florida. Can you see Emily? There's Santa. Look at his reindeer. And does he have a Rudolph? No.
Is that Rudolph with the red
No.
nose?
His Santa didn't have Rudolph at first. He came along later. Santa is coming to Florida.
Florida?
Yeah, he's coming here. It won't look snowy, will it? Well, boomed Santa. Have all the children from Florida been good this year? Well, mostly, answered the little old elf as he bustled across the busy workshop to Santa's desk. Santa peered down at the elf from behind his tall, teetering piles of letters that the children of Florida had sent him. What are the letters to the children?
Look at the calendar.
Yeah, that's
20,
Chris.
24 and 25 is right there.
Yeah, that's
25 is my bus.
25.
25 is my bus. 125? No, 25 is my bus that I go to school on.
Santa peered down at the elf from behind the tall, teetering piles of letters children of Florida had sent him. Mostly, are you listening?
Corey.
Mostly, asked Santa, looking over the top of his glasses. Yes, but they've all been especially good in the last few days, said the elf. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. Then we better get their presents loaded up.
I know how to spell it. U and a P.
Very good.
P.
I bet Corey could read this. Most of it. Even though the sack of presents was really,
I can read it.
really too big,
Me too.
and the elves were really, really small, they seemed to have no trouble loading it into Santa's sleigh.
Wow, look at that big giant
Yeah.
bag.
Though they managed to fit such a big sack in one little sleigh, even they didn't know, but somehow they did. Look at that, Emily.
Emily,
Look at Santa's sleigh with a great big stack of presents for children in Florida. Splendid, boomed Santa. We're ready to go. Or, not quite, Santa, said the little old elf. One of our reindeer is missing. Uh-oh. We need all of them to power the sleigh, don't they? Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Asked Santa. The youngest one, Santa, said the elf. It's his first flight tonight, and I called him, but just then a young reindeer strolled up, munching on a large carrot. Where have you been? Asked Santa. But the youngest reindeer was crunching so loudly that it was no wonder he hadn't heard the old elf calling.
crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, well, never mind,
Crunch,
said Santa,
crunch, crunch.
giving the reindeer a little wink. He took
Crunch,
out,
crunch,
he took out
crunch,
his,
crunch,
oh,
crunch.
we done it?
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Okay. He took out his Santa navigation and tapped the coordinates for Florida. This will guide us to Florida in no time. Okay, now you can do your,
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
that's right, you
Crunch,
start slow.
crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
You can help me in a
Crunch,
minute.
crunch.
With a,
Ho, ho,
oh,
ho.
we're not there yet. With a flick of the reins and a jerk of the harness, off they went racing through the sky.
Ho, 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 ho.
Laughed
Merry
Santa.
Christmas. Look, it says
Laughed
ho,
Santa.
ho, ho. Laugh Santa. Laugh Santa.
We'll soon have all these presents delivered to the Sunshine State. You know what the Sunshine State is?
Florida. Florida.
I know.
She likes to play with my cows anyhow.
That's the nickname for Florida. Santa's sleigh flew through the starry night, heading south across the Arctic Ocean. On they flew in the winter air, high above Canada. In the wink of an eye, the sleigh was flying over the Midwest and past Georgia. The youngest reindeer was very excited. He'd never been away from the North Pole before. The house is
What was
decorated.
the youngest one? The tiny one right there.
Yeah,
With the small
What
stamp.
was it? I don't No, they don't, it's not Rudolph, they didn't name them. They were nearing, they were
Oh,
just,
that's Pierson. That's Comet. No, not Blitzen. What is it? It's Comet. How does it start?
they were just,
It starts with a C. There's Cupid. It's Cupid. Donner. It's Dixon. There's Cupid. There's Donner. There's Blitzen. There's
Dasher,
and
Dancer.
Sir. So it has to be Dasher. It's Dasher. And then Dancer. Then Prancer. Then Donner.
You ready?
Then Rudolph.
You ready? They were just nearing Miami Beach when suddenly they ran into
That's
a
Rudolph
thick,
with the red nose. The other one's have cloud.
they ran into a thick fog. Mist swirled around the sleigh. Now, who knows where Miami Beach is? Is it around here? No. It's
Oh, that
way-
one's the youngest because it doesn't have reindeer antlers.
That's correct.
That one's the youngest.
Yes, he doesn't. It's way down south of here. They couldn't see a thing. The youngest reindeer was getting a bit worried, but Santa didn't seem concerned. And 2 miles, said the Santa navigation in a bossy lady voice. Keep left at the next star. But man, Santa blustered, I can't see any stars in all this fog. They were hopelessly lost.
Oh no! Ding dong,
Then
ding
through the
dong,
foggy
ding
blanket,
dong.
the youngest reindeer heard a faint ringing sound.
Ding dong, ding dong.
He looked over
Ding
the...
dong.
Oh, wait a minute, there's only 2. He looked over the reindeer with the red nose, but he had his head moved. Red nose. I wonder who that could be.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Okay, I need help.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding
Oh,
dong.
the words are getting smaller, so we're going to go ding,
Ding
dong.
dong, ding dong. Yeah, there's a question. There's a. That still makes it loud, but it's not as loud as that one.
Because the words are
And
big.
it's ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong,
Okay,
ding dong.
We did our ding dong. There
Ding
it was.
dong.
There was that sound again, like church bells ringing. The youngest reindeer turned around to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seemed to be arguing with a little box with buttons on it. What's he arguing with?
The travel.
The navigation,
His
yes.
GPS.
With a flick of the harness and a jerk of the reins, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off towards the sound of the bells, pulling Santa and his sleigh behind him.
What did you play as the youngest?
Whoa! Cried Santa, pulling his hat straight.
Whoa!
What's going on? Then, to his surprise, he heard the ringing sound. Well done, young reindeer, he shouted cheerfully. It must be Trinity Cathedral. Don't worry, children, Santa's coming. And suddenly,
Crunch! Crunch!
not the big crunch.
Crunch!
That's right. The,
Crunch!
okay, one crunch. The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the fog. Oh, yeah. You have arrived, said the new Santa, said the Santa unhelpfully.
Oh, I can see what this is. I know what that is. A guitar, a doorknob, bell,
What do you think of this,
bell,
Katie?
microphone,
I thought maybe it was a doll who was going to have feet.
I don't know what this is.
That looks like a navigation thing.
An ornament,
GPS.
a train, that's a car, a bow and arrows. That, I think, is a piece of paper.
A book, maybe.
I think it's a book. It's a book.
Yeah. Finally, when the fog had lifted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Stuck right near the very top of the Freedom Tower. Everybody.
Pull. Pull. Everybody pull. Everybody pull.
Now ready?
Okay. Everybody pull.
Watch, Abby. The
The-
reindeer,
Pull.
with all their might, until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleigh scraped near the tower, and Santa steered them safely over the palm trees, along Biscayne, above the amphitheater, and down to Bayfront Park. Look at them, right up on the tower. Looks like they're all tangled. Luckily, where the hell are you now?
I'm not gonna wait.
Wait till after. Luckily, there was no real damage done, but the packages had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted out all the presents and took order again. All right, said Santa. Thanks to this young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children.
Santa's coming. 2 times.
Look at, see the grass is green. It's not
Santa
smoky
is
anymore.
coming.
And look at the difference in the trees.
Palm tree.
Yeah.
Girl remembers.
Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Florida, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could go, which was pretty fast for a chubby fellow. There were big chimneys in Tallahassee, small chimneys in Daytona Beach. That's where we are. He squeezed down the chimneys in Orlando and plummeted down fat chimneys in Fort Lauderdale. The youngest reindeer was amazed at how quickly they went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all, and it looked like the children of Florida were going to be very lucky this year. But the youngest reindeer was starting to feel a bit weary and quite hungry too. In house after house, Santa delved inside his sack for packages of every shape and size. He piled them under the Christmas tree and carefully filled up the stockings with surprises. In the house, after house, the good children of Florida had left out a plate of cookies, a small glass of milk, and a big, crunchy carrot. Santa took a little bite out of each cookie, a tiny sip of milk, wiped his beard, and popped the carrot into his sack. From Panama City to Bal Harbor, from Tampa to Sarasota, from Vero Beach to Coral Gables, and all the places in between, Santa and his sleigh visited every house in Florida. That's not too far away from it. That's Nassau. What's this one here?
What? Disney Castle.
Disney
Disney
Castle.
Castle.
Yeah.
A hotel. No, lighthouse. It's Cinderella's house.
Yeah,
Lighthouse.
The lighthouse that we saw the other day. Yeah.
Lighthouse.
We saw that today.
A hotel.
Santa delivered presents to Andrew, Allison, Anna, Arabella, Archie, Ashley, and the list went on and on to Zach and Zara, Zeb, Zoe, and Sybil. That must be a spelling mistake, surely. Anybody named Z-Y-B-I-L?
Yeah.
Finally, Santa.
She knows a guy named Doy.
Oh, really?
No, it's not Doy. It's Zui. I don't get it. It has to be. It's D-U.
Well.
It's D-U-Y. It's not Doy. It's Zui.
She should know how.
It should be started as
Okay.
a Z.
Finally, Santa had delivered the last present in his long Florida list. Great moons and stars, sighed Santa. It's past midnight, and my sack seems as heavy as ever. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. He opened his sack to check, but it was full of juicy, crunchy carrots. Santa divided the carrots among the reindeers. Well done, he said, patting the youngest reindeer gently on the nose. But the youngest reindeer didn't hear him. He was too busy munching. And then it was time to set off for home. Santa reset his Santa nap once more to the North Pole, and soon they were speeding past River Place Tower along the St. Johns River through the crispy, starry night. We were near the St. John's River today.
Ho, 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 laughing
That's
Santa.
Santa?
Merry